Hi viewers, once again I welcome you all for my educational views to share something knowledge related content to every one of you for your betterment of understanding the content. So in connection to that, in this video I want to give another video related to approaches of teaching, especially preparation of lesson plan. So in this video, I want to share an important factor of how the Herbartian model will make use for the preparation of lesson plan, how the memory level of understanding and how it can be utilized for teaching purpose through the help of lesson plan. So in this video, I want to share something related to that. So without wasting the time, we need to go to the slides. So first, very foremost important thing is the memory level of teaching. It was developed by John Friedrich Herbert. So the main purpose of the Herbert is to emphasize rote learning and the retention of factual knowledge. So the important thing is how we have to retain the knowledge for our quality teaching. That is very important thing. And the base is to promote for higher cognitive process learning can be majorly concentrate in this Herbartian step. It focuses on acquiring information that mainly focus on cognitive process. So this is the main concept of the Herbartian model, and the very important factor is it will improve the process of knowledge based development with the help of teaching. So this is the main important thing, and move to the next. There must be a key features of memory level teaching. Usually we are taking teaching in the classroom, we have to follow certain strategic plans. So before we are going to teach in the classroom situation, we have to pre-plan something related to our teaching methodologies. So in that I want to give a five key features of memory level teaching. First, the foremost important is primary objective is very important memory level of teaching. It is nothing but it help the learners to memorize the facts, definitions, formulas and concepts, and it is mainly ensure the strong base of knowledge for advanced level of learning. So whenever we will teach something to our students, it will improve their next level of learning. The second one is the role of the teacher. Very important. Without teacher, nothing can be possible inside the classroom. So we always remember this concept while we are going to teaching. So the role of the teacher is the central and directive role. The teacher is the central part of memory level of teaching, and he has to direct everything to the students. So especially the sole source of knowledge. He is talked as the source. He is the major. He is like a primary contribution for getting knowledge. So and also it ensuring the clarity in explanations. The next one is the role of the learner. So while teaching, mere the teacher can teach the lesson and the learners will not be learned means it is a mere waste. Only thing the teacher and the student or the learner can put together to create a good learning situations. So the role of the learner is they are the passive participants, and very important thing is they are involving for listening the teaching of a teacher. And the very important thing is how they are observing the teacher's teaching and try to memorizing the concepts. And the teaching techniques we used in this memory level of teaching is nothing but we have to reinforcing the learning situation of the students. So for that we are providing some repetitions of the content, then giving some drill and practice to reinforce the content. And some question and answers methods can also be used to reinforce that. And finally, in the memory level of teaching, the key feature is assessment. So very important thing is how the teaching must be effective. That should be assessed by recall based, either by conducting test or by oral. So these are some of the important key factors of memory level of teaching. So then move to the next important part is we have to very deeply understand about the steps in Herbartian lesson planning. Very important. The Herbert, he has to derive a 6 steps of lesson planning to give a quality teaching to our children. So the first and foremost important thing is it is a systematic approach. So he is following some systematic approach to reach the students through the content, especially through the teaching. So we have to look at one by one. The first one is preparation part or introduction part. This is very important thing to engage the students by linking new materials to the prior knowledge. We have to test the prior knowledge of the students. For that we have to link their prior knowledge, what they already learned in their lower classes or in the previous classes. That is very important, and this is the first thing he is to insist in the preparing lesson plan. Then the main use of this introduction is to gain the attention grasping from the students. We can add some tools like asking some questions, then showing some visual aids to improve their students' ability. So this is the idea to promote something. The next important thing is preparation step. So while preparing the lesson plan, it should be deliver the content. So the presentation is nothing but how a teacher can deliver the content to the children. So that is very important with some clarity and a well structured and a logical sequence. So if your lesson plan is in a well planned and well structured and a logical sequence, then automatically the learning must be very easily reached to the children. So for example, we have to use some visual aids, or we have to draw some diagrams in the blackboards, or we can use some multimedia options for better understanding. So these are some of the ideas to be make use while we are going to present a content. That should be insisted by Herbert. Then the third one is association. That is very important. It is nothing but draw a connections between the new material and the previously learned concepts. That is important. So whenever we have to provide a very good association of content with old learning materials or old learning concepts, then the learners may learn very easily and quickly. So that is very important. For example, relating the water cycle to complete the preparation of studied earlier. So water cycle is a process that it is again and again we have to make use of it. So that is a simple example for association. Then next important step is generalization. Whenever we are teaching something, we have to generalize it with the present situation. For example, we have to guide the students to derive a general principles or rules from the material. Highlight the broader principle of energy conversion. So suppose we are teaching some concept of conversion of energy. We have to highlight something. The electrical energy converted into mechanical energy. So that should be used in the regular usage of our pedestal fans likewise. So we have to generalize it and we have to incorporate with our present day-to-day usage. The next one is application part. Very, very important. While teaching, our teaching should create an impact among the children. For that, application part is very, very important. It provides an activities where the learners can apply the acquired knowledge in simple contexts. Even though there is a proverb that think big and do your level. So if we will give a proper knowledge, then they will apply it in a simple concepts to learn more better for their good understanding or getting knowledge. Then last one is review or recapitalization. That is very important. Summarizing the key points of our teaching. It is very important to retention the knowledge of the students from our teaching. This is nothing but simply showing the flashcards, organizing some simple quiz to reinforce it. So this is the steps importantly followed by the Herbert. So in continue.
So, in the major part of advantage of Herbartian preparation of lesson plan is structured learning can be possible. Structured learning in the sense of organized delivery of content. The next thing is clarity. Very, very important. We have to break down the major content into small content. Then it should be easily understood by the students. Then retention is another important advantage of Herbartian lesson plans. Retention in the sense review. Whenever we review it, it will strengthen the learning of the students. Then foundational knowledge. It is nothing but they prepare learners to the advanced level. And in the same time, the Herbert step preparation of lesson plan is having its own limitations, such as lack of creativity. So in this Herbartian step, it mainly consists with the passive listening and observing part only. It may not be create a creativity among the learners. So that is a minor limitations and limited applicability. So whenever the students are going through the observation and memorizing method, it may not be utilized for the day-to-day activities. So overall, with this Herbartian model of lesson plan, it mainly focuses on the knowledge gaining through memorization method. So even though it is having some limitations, but more number of advantages are there. If we utilize these Herbartian steps for taking the lessons, then the learning must be very, very fruitful and the students can also learn in a very, very easy manner. Once again, thank you. In the next video, we will discuss something new about another title of Morrison model of teaching. Thank you for listening.